Live Assist for Microsoft Dynamics 365, powered by CafeX, is much more than just a chat solution. Its purpose is to use the power of chat, as well as co-browse and content engagements, to maximize your agents in achieving specific business goals. We've not deployed chat just for the sake of it. We've deployed it to help achieve our goals, increasing sales or sourcing sales leads, promoting particular visitor behavior, maximizing specific outcomes, driving service activity completions, and so on. When deploying Live Assist, it's crucial to understand how to measure the success of that deployment, what it is you're trying to achieve. In fact, setting a goal is the very first thing you do when creating a Live Assist campaign. In this video, we'll consider campaign goals, the range of goal types you can define, and the indicators of success, indicators that Live Assist can then use to show how a goal has been met. Now, you may have noticed the default goal is simply to interact with visitors. It's measured by the number of times visitors click to start a chat or a content engagement. While it's a good starting point, merely interacting with visitors is an intermediate goal. More often, you want to interact with them to achieve some other more important end goal, like driving sales or enabling visitor completion of some self-service task. Let's take a look at how they work. I'll go ahead and add a new goal. I'll enter a name and a description. Now, you'll notice there are 4 default goal types that we can use as starting points, and a 5th other type for when your goal doesn't fit neatly into any of the default categories. It's important to understand that every custom goal has 2 things, a type and an indicator, the way the goal will be measured. Let's go ahead and click Sell Product or Service to create a sales goal. Note how we can define the indicator, the event Live Assist uses to determine if the goal's been met, using either a specific page or using transaction engagement attributes. Having a page indicator is simpler and easier to set up than engagement attributes, but it's not as tight an integration. The idea behind the page indicator is that we'd typically expect something like an e-commerce site to have some sort of sales confirmation page that's only reached following a successful purchase. So a visitor arriving at such a page is a sure indicator that we've converted a sale. Simply adding the page URL to the goal indicator sets arrival at this page as an indication the goal has been met. Simple and straightforward. But there's more. With transaction engagement attributes, Live Assist can be configured to track a whole variety of transaction details. The order total, the ID, the product name, the category, the SKU, the price and quantity. Now, we have a separate video that goes into detail on the process involved in configuring data tracking. If you've not viewed it already, we'd recommend you take a look. Once tracking via engagement attributes has been configured, well, you can set your sales goal to be met by any purchase, or perhaps only by tracking increased sales of more costly items. Just select the options that work best for you. Finally, notice the option to restrict Live Assist to record only one goal conversion per visit if you want multiple purchases during that same visit to count as only one success. Now, the good news is, once we've learned how to track sales, well, we've also learned the principles of how to track leads generated. Notice how, as with sales, generate leads goals requires an indicator, either a particular page or a lead engagement attribute indicator. Perhaps we have a page where curious visitors can register their email address to be contacted by a sales agent. And once registered, well, you bounce the visitor over to a "Thanks, we'll be in touch" confirmation page. Again, engagement attributes are the preferred indicators as they give you much more finite control, like its topic and value. Using service activity goals is a little bit different from the sell product and generate leads goals. Now, think of a service activity as being any visitor-related task facilitated by the website. Now, examples could include requesting a loan, renewing a subscription, updating vehicle registration, or any such thing. This time, there's no way of using a page as the goal conversion indicator, so we must configure tracking for service activities, including telling Live Assist how to determine the activity's topic, perhaps vehicle registration, its status, perhaps complete, its category, perhaps automotive, and its service ID. It's important to point out that Live Assist doesn't mind what topics, categories or IDs you use for your service, but since it will be tracking the status of these service activities, it relies on you using the values shown here in the Embed Code tab for the status of those activities. 0 for complete, 1 for in progress, and so on. Increased page view goals speak for themselves. They're reached when a visitor views a certain number of pages in a single visit. Now, this is a useful goal type when the objective is simply to encourage greater visitor interaction with the site. And finally, if none of the other goals seem to fit your purpose, well, you can use the other type, which can be anything you like, so long as you have some page on your website that the visitor is directed to when the goal has been achieved. Great. Once we've determined the appropriate goals, we'll be able to track the performance of a campaign using this overview data here at the top of the page. It's updated hourly by default. You can also click here to see performance over time and compare goal conversions resulting from chat engagements compared to conversions from content engagements, or even conversions that occurred naturally with no engagement at all. It's all really useful data when deciding how to allocate resources. So, whatever the business goals you're driving towards, Live Assist for Dynamics 365 will help achieve them.